informative, especially to those who are in the province looking at moving to Metro Manila. It's very difficult. I started from scratch. But I do want to give credit that a family member helped me in the beginning. But of course, when you are here already, lahat ng mga pagdadaanan mo from looking for a job, looking for your furnitures, things you need, looking for a house or apartment, a place where you have to stay, an accommodation, basically, lahat yon, you have to do that by yourself. Okay? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Catch Up with Ree. It's been a while, so I think you'll remember that I usually post videos about my lifestyle, work stuff, and I think all things that I've done with my family, friends, and most especially the recent one I actually shared a Q&A with you with my fiance. So this video, I was contemplating to create an update video. So this is going to be the update for everyone. But first, we're gonna do a recap. So it's 2025. Happy 2025. And for those who have been, let's say, are thinking about creating videos, putting up their channel, do it. But also always think that you have to be consistent, and so do not follow me. I've been MIA last year. The last video that I posted was 8 months ago. So now I'm looking at my channel right now, so I'm gonna go through all the things that happened. This is gonna be just short because I might cut this into a few segments. So as much as possible, I'm just gonna be sharing the summary of what happened last year, but also create individual videos to share thoroughly the details and what exactly happened, because I do have footage of what happened. Okay, let's go through it by the timeline. So my last video was my Q&A, and that was 8 months ago, and so a lot has happened. At the same time, before that, I do have footage where I recorded the travel that we made. So we went to Cebu, Bohol, and Cagayan de Oro. So those were the three beautiful destinations that we visited last February. So that was in 2024. Those are like a DIY type of itinerary that we made. And so after that, things happened. He went back, and then I went on with what I usually do. I work here, and so that's it. More of the me time, work time, and all those shifts and things that happened along the way. But also before that, I did have footage of my family's celebration. So I went home to the province in Iloilo and celebrated that with my family. So also, I think I'm gonna try to speak more of Tagalog and a bit of Hiligaynon. I don't know, but I find it awkward to speak in different dialect or language in one video. So sometimes you'll hear me during a vlog where I'll just talk purely Hiligaynon, because that is our dialect in Iloilo, sometimes with Karaya, because it's also another dialect of Iloilo. So for short, when I do this video, I tend to really speak in English so that it could be a universal language where both can understand. But yeah, for now, you might hear me talk of both, or at least three of those dialects, but I'll try to put subtitles. Okay, so anyway, as I mentioned, there are also footage before that where I went home. And when I went home, I spent my holidays with my family. And also, I think prior to that, I do have like cafe visit vlogs that I recorded. I know for sure I did. And yeah, I missed out editing the videos and then posting it or publishing it. And then of course, 2024. Alright, so the remaining of what happened after the last video. Again, I went back to the usual work, and then there are changes as well because I stayed mostly in the apartment because we transitioned to work from home indefinitely. So I think you'll think, okay, I have more time on my hands. Well, that's true. I did have more time on my hands, but I guess I went through a phase where I'm conflicted because there's a lot of like work crises, career crises, and I think financial stuff going on, and so I didn't have that urge to record anything or even like give an update because I'm like in my not most happy era, or probably just not, you know, I'm going through a midlife crisis. Let's just go with that. And so I could have edited some of the videos. It's actually one. I could have done that and then posted them, but I didn't. But I just would like to think this is gonna be an acknowledgement to all my subscribers. I know that some of you are really there who stuck with me, watched some of my videos. Some of you haven't expressed yourself very well yet because there are no comments, but I understand, it's okay. But to my 324 subscribers, thank you so much. I actually noticed an increase even if I have like no posts in the past months. So for example, when I posted my last video 8 months ago, I think I was at 300 or 290 something, and I just realized, oh, okay, so there's an increase even if I do not post anything, probably because some of you are watching my old videos. And to those who are watching them, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And also, if you're going to watch from like the very beginning, I always really mention that I apologize if it's too noisy in the background, because until now that's still my issue and that's my struggle. I think one of the reasons why I do not do this sit down videos is because of the noise in the background. Plus I just have I just feel like doing this in this environment that I have is not conducive because of the noise, because of the temperature. So yeah, I think it's also a good update to say that in this apartment where I lived for I think 5 years now, running 5 years, or I think 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. That's the safe duration of my stay. I've been staying here, and I think I haven't moved. I could have chose a better place to live, an apartment, but for people who are living in Metro Manila, you will understand how the cost of living is really not going well. Okay, meaning there's always an increase, there's always changes in like prices, like from the goods, the services, and even, you know, electricity, water, and all that. So for me though, I feel like it's more practical to just stay here. Plus I kind of made it my home. I also have no intent to stay here longer. That's why if I were to move to a different place, I feel like it's also a waste of time. So yeah, that's one update. And in connection to that apartment update is actually one of my videos. It's my first video about the apartment, I think. Let me just go through that. Okay, I found it. So I have a video titled 3K apartment in Metro Manila, my semi-furnished apartment tour. That was 4 years ago, and I actually got 29,000 views. I'm still using my Huawei phone that time. I do not have yet a DSLR camera. I do not have it in my iPhone, and yeah, it's just really not a good quality. Plus the editing is actually very amateur. But I was surprised that it got a lot of views and even comments. Most of the comments they're really asking, magkano to? Saan to? Meron pa bang bakante? But you know what? Okay, disclaimer. I currently live here. I still live here. Okay, so I cannot give the address. Okay, just to really inform you that the address is very important. That's a personal, of course, a privacy of anyone, a resident. And so I'm not going to share the address, but of course, it is in Pasig. And specifically in Pinagbuhatan. I've shared that to some of the comments in the video. So I replied to them, but because there's a lot of videos, I cannot respond to everyone. Plus, it's becoming redundant, no? So to all who are still asking and curious about the location, it's in Pinagbuhatan, Pasig. But again, I cannot give the full or exact address. And the amount that I mentioned here is actually during that time, it is really pretty low. And I think anywhere in Metro Manila, it's pretty low. Okay, 3,000. So now there's actually an increase, but since I have lived here for that long, I believe the owner didn't give me that increase anymore. But I noticed the increase in the other rooms in this apartment or in this building. So again, if you're curious, the address is within Pasig, in Pinagbuhatan specifically, and you can look through different apartments, boarding house. Kasi yun ang usual na tinatawag, diba? Boarding house. But it's actually very practical to get a studio type of room or apartment because you can definitely enjoy your privacy plus just the whole space for yourself. You are in control of the cleanliness, you're in control of the things you want to put, and just the whole convenience. Okay, so I guess I cannot share the complete details, and again, thank you very much for watching that video. I believe that's really very informative, especially to those who are in the province looking at moving to Metro Manila. It's very difficult. I started from scratch. But I do want to give credit that a family member helped me in the beginning. But of course, when you are here already, lahat ng mga pagdadaanan mo from looking for a job, looking for your furnitures, things you need, looking for a house or apartment, a place where you have to stay, an accommodation, basically, lahat yon you have to do that by yourself. Okay, I might make a video where I actually talk about how I transitioned moving to Metro Manila. So that could be like an idea for those who are really interested. Anyway, going back to that video, I just want to say thank you for those who really shared their comments. I believe there are some comments saying that from one of you guys, you said that this kind of room apartment is what I'm looking for. 3 years ago, it was 3K only. I wonder how much it is in 2024. And then another one, maraming salamat for sharing your apartment. Gave me some warm remembrance when we used to live in the Philippines, especially the rice cooker and gas oven. That's all it takes to prepare good sinigang. That's actually right. So I'm using the gas oven back then, but right now there are improvements, and I want to share some of that to you. I'll create an update of my semi-furnished apartment. And again, mind you, I didn't make any drastic change, but I did paint my walls. I did upgraded some of the appliances that I'm using, and I think the flooring, I kind of did also with the flooring. It's not done, and also not exactly furniture, but I do have, like, as you can see at the back, it's like a cabinet, but it's actually made of this is a cloth, or I think it's a woven kind of fabric. Okay, I still do not have a bed because I think getting a bed would really give me a smaller space, so I haven't found a foldable bed that is appropriate for me, so if you know what I mean. So anyway, and I might make another video for that. But for the meantime, those are some of the comments. I'll just go through some of this once more. Someone said, "This is cool. In 2 years, I might meet a simple place like this." Yes, subscribe. So again, thank you so much. Another one, very resourceful. You maximize everything from cleaning to organizing. My goodness. So again, thank you for those comments. Some of these comments are 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and I think I haven't like really gave my time to say thank you for sharing those comments in my previous videos, because I really always share about my vlog, what happened, what I'm doing. I never got to do this sit down and really talk about some of the updates and changes in my life. So it's how I think I already have 16 minutes of recording this. So I told you this is not going to be a very long video. So again, those are just the highlights. Okay, I might make another video talking about some things, but for now, this is it. I'm really gonna I'm gonna give time to go through some of the updates, especially the travel vlog. Okay, those clips are really, I think for me though, it's gonna help some of you who are interested in doing DIY. Oh, that's it for this very short update. I look forward to posting really consistent this 2025. So let's hope for the best. And oh yeah, I did have another update. I got my braces on, so you can see that. That's actually some of the achievements I had last year. So that's another update. I do have the whole process, not exactly getting my braces on, but the pre and the post experience, plus what were the foods that I ate, what were the preparations I made, and also how much. So I'm gonna share with you my dental clinic details, because I think it might be really helpful for those who are thinking about doing this, getting braces on. Anyway, so again, thank you so much, and see you in my next vlog.